Thank you to the IRF Summit for the opportunity to speak to you today. I come from the Republic of Armenia, my homeland, a great country, a great nation filled with talented and hard-working people. For centuries, our country had an anchor in defending our interests and unifying our people. It was and is the Armenian Apostolic Holy Church. Our nation, throughout its history, has suffered various ordeals: genocide, war, oppression, blockades, and yet never lost its faith. I have to mention that in the year 301, Armenia adopted Christianity as its state religion, thus making us the first Christian nation. The Armenian Apostolic Holy Church has safeguarded our religious, cultural, national identity throughout centuries. And even at the times of the absence of sovereignty or other tough times, the Armenian Apostolic Holy Church has unified Armenians and even acted as the cornerstone for statehood. Now, we have witnessed difficulties these last few years. The 44 days of war in Artsakh, also known as the Nagorno-Karabakh. Also, later on, the forced displacement of 120,000 Armenians. I would like to add that as of now, 120,000 Armenians have been forcefully displaced from their ancestral homes. As of now, as we speak, centuries-old churches and monasteries have been vandalized, denying Christian Armenians the chance to visit places of worship, places which housed saint relics. As we speak, we have 19 Christian Armenians as political prisoners, as captives in Azerbaijan. It is noteworthy that President Trump has raised this issue and made a statement as to the release of prisoners in Baku. What I would like to state is that our Armenian Holy Church has faced various difficulties by foreign states, even oppression and intervention. But what was the unthinkable is that such kind of intervention takes place right now in Armenia by the Armenian leading powers and government. As of now, we have a situation when the leading actors in the executive branch demanded the resignation of the Catholicos, the head of the Armenian Holy Church. Just to imagine the situation, look at it from the perspective of a Catholic leader, of a Catholic country, demanding the resignation of the Roman Pope. As of now, as we speak, 4 bishops of our Armenian Holy Church are detained and continuously detained. 6 bishops of our Armenian Holy Church have been indicted, and bans on their travels and free movement have been imposed. I can state that all these indictments are in gross violations of due process and fundamental human rights. Just imagine, last June, the Armenian Apostolic Church's biggest donor, Mr. Samvel Karapetyan, who I have the honor to represent and to defend as his attorney, was also arrested and detained. The reasoning behind it was the following. A journalist asked a question in regards to the persecution of the Armenian Church, in response to which he answered that he always stood by the Armenian Church and that he will defend the Church, and I quote, in our way. For these two words alone, and based on the public statements by the leading actors in the executive branch, including the Prime Minister, hours later his house was raided, he was arrested and detained for more than 200 days in the harshest conditions possible in the penitentiary institution, also known as the KGB basement. These examples show that the Armenian government weaponized its power against our holy church, that pre-trial detention transformed into a form of punishment, which is unacceptable. And we have the biggest donor of Armenia. We have our holy spiritual leaders as political prisoners in our country. A year ago, Vice President J.D. Vance made a very important statement that we should do more than talk about democratic values, we should live them. This is what I believe is the best formula to solve the situation, to solve the problems in regards to religious freedom, that we should do more than merely talk about them. For 15 years, I've been practicing law, and I have never seen such kind of flagrant violations. These violations are neither acceptable nor tolerable. Dear colleagues, I pray that together we will be able to better protect and better promote religious freedom. I pray for the freedom of all those who are unlawfully detained and all those who are persecuted, both in my great country and abroad. And I want to thank the IRF Summit for this opportunity to have this speech in the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you so much. God bless you all.